Are you happy with your job? That's an honest question. How long have you been on your job? Now, when I say job, I'm talking about a job that you are employed by someone, some company, some individual. Are you happy? Are you satisfied with that job? Either with the amount of pay that you receive, the conditions, or even the people that you have to work under or with. Are you happy there? Now, you notice the title of this video is why you should quit your job. There's a question mark. I am not encouraging anyone by virtue of you listening to me to leave your job. The purpose of this video is just simply to get you to think. Think about your current situation, your circumstance, where you are, where you work at. If you've been there for a long time and you've been unhappy there, why are you still there? If you've been at a job for a short period of time and you're not happy there, why are you still there? Do you not have a choice? Do you not have alternatives? Do you feel obligated maybe to who you work for? Could it be family members that you're working with or for? Or the simple fact that you just feel like I would be non-loyal if I were to leave and do something different, maybe even do your own thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand this, and I'm sure you do, and if you don't, I'm going to enlighten you. There will always be people who are working for others. There are always going to be a working class of people. Being independent, your own business person, your own boss, an entrepreneur, having your own, it's not easy to do. Especially when you start at a grassroots level. Not many of us are fortunate enough to have financial backing to start our first business. So sometimes we have to start at the very bottom, and it's a struggle. Now, I'm preaching to the choir when I say this, because I've been there, starting at the bottom with little to nothing. But you know the gratification that I got behind that, and that I have behind that, is the fact that it is mine. With all of its aches and pains, with all of the bumping my head against the wall and all of the obstacles and all of the shortcomings and so forth, it's mine. It's something that I want to do, that I love to do. And I've come to realize that struggle and suffering is part of success. If someone handed you or myself something on a silver platter, so to speak, as the old saying goes, and made everything easy for us, would we really appreciate it? Now, this might get a bit twisty the way I'm explaining it, but it's just who I am. I'm sorry. But understand this. I do know that being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. But for those of you who have the physical ability to withstand it, for those of you who have the mental acuity, who may even believe that you don't have that, it's possible. Most success stories, whether it be public, worldwide, local, what have you, most success stories did not start easy. There was always struggle before those individuals became relevant in our society, popular. McDonald's started small. with the McDonald brothers, right? Then they sold it to Ray Kroc. And look at where McDonald's is to get today. Walmart, Sam Walton started off small. Has thousands of stores today. Now, every store, every business started with little to nothing before it became big. So, if it's not a health or physical issue, a medical issue that's stopping you from doing your own thing, if you're not happy where you are, think about it. Now, don't forget what I said a moment ago. I'm not encouraging you to just walk off your job just because you have this pie in the sky idea of starting a business. You must plan. Sometimes, like you see this light to my right here, burn the midnight oil, as we say. Put in some extra hours of thinking and planning in your head and say, what is it that I really love to do? How can I benefit the world? What service or goods can I provide to a consumer that's necessary, that's beneficial, that's of worth? What do people need? What talent do I have as an individual that I can exploit of myself and make a living from that same talent or skill? And if I don't have the skill set, then I can learn. I can study. I'm teachable. So what are you saying, brother teacher? I'm saying this. Why would you continue to be tormented by something that you don't love and that you're not passionate about? And did you not know this? If you're not happy, actually in any aspect of your life, you should make the change. Because if you're not happy and you're miserable, regardless of how long you've been there, but if you are really miserable, it's affecting your health. And long term, you're going to pay for it. And it's not going to be pretty. So, I'm trying to encourage you today to do what's in here, your heart. Do what you love. Take a deep breath. Listen to my words and say, you know what? Call yourself by name and say, listen, I made a decision to change my paradigm. I made a decision to be happy, and I want to do what I'm passionate about, not what I feel that I am forced to do to make a living. I'm willing to step outside of that box and take the first step towards my success and towards my happiness, my true happiness, because it's going to be for me. And I know that it's going to be difficult. Even in today's economy, I won't use that as an excuse, because either I'm serious about it or I'm not. But I'm willing to be courageous enough and step out and do it. I'll take the first step. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this. If you're serious about being in a better situation than you are today, if you're really serious about it, you need to take the step. You'll be surprised that when you take the first step, it will make taking the second step and every subsequent step after that much easier. And once you start seeing it grow, your new endeavor, your new business that is, you'll begin to appreciate it, and then you'll begin to have more respect for yourself and more courage about your endeavor. You can do it. I've struggled with this business for years, but I've never went anywhere and dropped my head and said, I'm going to throw the towel in and give up. I am who I am because of my faith and because I believe enough in me. Irrespective of what anyone says, how anyone feels, anyone's opinions. I am who I am. You follow what I'm saying? You must do the same. Have faith in you. You don't need a big entourage to keep pushing you. People will be who they are. They will say what they're going to say. You're going to have the naysayers. You're going to have those people who are going to tell you that don't put your time into that. You'll never make it. Those are the people who are afraid to do what you have the courage to do. Every entrepreneur that's ever made anything of his or herself was faced with those same people, those same obstacles. You're not going to make it. You're not going to be anything. It's going to be hard. It's going to be too hard. Why are you trying to do that? And those people became very successful. That's where we got the Elon Musk from, the Jeff Bezos from, the Zuckerbergs from, the Bill Gates, Richard Branson's, and the list just goes on and on and on. The Les Browns. Yes. To be successful, ladies and gentlemen, requires something of all of us. But what it does not require is us to go and sit down and fold our fingers together and put our feet up and say, I can't do that. You can do that. But do you want to do it? Do you want to be the very best version of yourself or not? Now let me tell you this before I go. Words are spirits. Words are alive. When you say something, you put it out in the universe. You've got to put feet on it. When you say, I've decided, it's more than just making the statement. I've decided to do whatever in life, for that matter. You have to start heading towards that direction and putting things in place to get to what your goal or your goals are. So, my question to you now, have you decided to be your own person and to detach yourself from that which has been holding you back from what was in your heart all along? Have you decided? Now, if you have decided, then I want to hear that you've taken the first step towards your dreams and your goals. I love you. Yahweh loves you. Let me know what you've decided to do. So long.